go.
Start recording.
Yeah, dude, look at that.
So this is. I do look kind
You've
of
changed quite a bit. You got a little bit thicker.
Little bit. That's good, man. I've been working really hard.
Yeah, I can see that.
So this you can. That's good.
Yeah,
that makes me feel good. I do look a little skinny in this video. So this is the intro video to my channel, and this video right here. This is for the people that are coming to this dead ass YouTube channel where I haven't uploaded a video in years, and they're checking. And there's people that have sent me, like, I could show you all the private messages and stuff people sent me. So this video is for those people, right?
How long? How many followers do you have?
This probably isn't accurate. Let me go to my channel. I've got, see, this is what I want to do. I want to replace this happy IRL thing. I want to, this is what the video is going to be. Where does it show?
Oh no, go back up. I saw 34,000 subscribers.
Okay, yeah. And the thing is, like,
dude, that's a lot.
So,
and that's still subscribed. They have not let loose.
Yeah, that's nice. So I plan to. I'm finally at the point where I can start making content again. Right.
Yeah.
I got through the cancer recovery. I got through the hormone therapy, which is the whole thing. Then I found out that I had an undiagnosed sleep disorder, and that was causing all kinds of different problems.
Yeah, man, that was crazy.
I couldn't even think straight, and that's one of the things. I knew something was wrong. And that's why I never got back into making videos, because like, well, let's fix all of the things.
Dude, that sleep thing was crazy.
That are causing all this trouble. So the sleep thing, like, I'd have like a couple hours where I would be lucid, and then after that, like, I'd be so tired I couldn't think straight.
Dude, I remember when you stayed at my house for the couple of months that you did, you would go to sleep, and it sounded like you sounded like a bear. And then you it would sneeze so hard you wake up and go to the bathroom. And I'm literally like, I go to sleep late, so you fell asleep on the couch. So usually I go to sleep like around 2 in the morning. You would wake up at least like 8 or 9 times, and go there. It's like, dude, how are you sleeping? So like,
the answer is I wasn't.
Yeah.
The answer is I wasn't.
And the day that was crazy. When you did the sleep study, and they're like, "Yeah, you don't have," like, that is bullshit.
They got my test results.
No fucking way.
Yeah. Oh, geez, I forgot about that. They did. That's funny because I remember going there because I remember them telling me over the phone that I didn't have the sleep disorder, and then I got there and I remember them I was in the doctor's office waiting for the doctor to come in, after you see the nurse and stuff, and I hear them arguing outside the door. It says severe right there in the chart. so I finally got sleep, but that's the thing, like, I remember, like, I think back on it now, I was like, how the hell did I do that? Because, like, there were times where, like, I would focus really hard and, like, I do my job and I'd work, 40, 50, 60 hours because you know how much time I throw into that job. And then like, I'd force myself to go to the gym, right? And then I'd still take care of all of my chores and all that other kind of crap. But I could only do that for like 3 or 4 months before I couldn't think straight or anymore. Like, there were times where, like, I would forget what I was talking about halfway through a sentence because my brain was going into micro sleeps.
Dude, I remember that because you just looked, it was like, I don't know how to put it. Like, you would look, and then it was all of a sudden just like a moment where you're just like looking off to the clouds.
Yep,
it was like you're high. Yeah. It was crazy. But that whole situation sucked because you were patient with someone with a mixed diagnosis,
right?
And then the equipment, they kept on delaying it and delaying it.
Right.
I mean, it was like 3 months.
I know. Well. So all that's behind now. So, I wanted to put this video up there, for people. I will be responding in the comments. I'm not going to commit to exactly when the next video will come out, but it'll come out soon, and it'll be more of like a plan. I can talk about some of the things that I've been doing right now, which is one, getting in shape. Because I want to be able to do action scenes. Yeah. And
let's backtrack so for everybody to understand. Mm-hmm. Kind of what is the focus, like, kind of focus on the channel now? You're going to plan on making out what kind of videos and media you plan on putting out
I
now?
wanted so the end goal, because there's a lot of stuff that has to get over to that, and it's going to be the journey to making a big production video where we have
Okay.
10, 20, 30, 100 people
Yeah.
show up, and we shoot it, and it's planned, and we do the whole thing with practical effects and stuff. But to get there, right, that's what the
Yeah.
channel is going to be about. It will be about, like, first thing we'll do is I want to get in shape. Because I grew up watching Jean-Claude Van Damme and
Oh,
Sylvester
dude.
Stallone and all that stuff. So I want to get all buff and make an action movie too. Damn it! So I'm going to do that, and I'm not going to turn this into a fitness channel or anything. But I do have to lead a disciplined, responsible lifestyle to be able to accomplish all of these things
Yeah.
and keep my day job too, right? So we'll talk about living with a growth mindset like that. We'll talk about, like, the meal prep and all the kind of the health stuff that goes into that, but with the goal of getting in shape to look good on camera. And then in the meantime, because it's going to take months and stuff for me to get in shape and all that stuff, we can break things down into smaller projects. Like, we can make a prop laser gun, right?
Yeah.
And then once we have the prop laser gun or a prop gun or whatever, we could do squibs, right? We could just do a quick little 1 minute vignette, and the rest of the video is, like, setting up the squib and packing the explosives and setting the charge. Like,
What
in the
is a
80s.
squib?
It's a little explosive device that
Yeah.
you wear, and it's like, in the 80s
Hold
when
on. I'm gonna close this one. It's
Okay.
killing the light on my phone.
in the 80s action movies when they get shot, like in RoboCop. Remember that scene in RoboCop?
Oh.
The Ed 209 is shooting the guy, and he's just going blah, blah, and all that stuff. Those are squibs going off.
Oh, okay.
Right now they just have somebody go like this, and then they add some stupid plug-in from After Effects, and it looks
Oh,
like
they put
crap.
some graphic
That's why the
inside.
Expendables looks like crap. Is because they didn't use squibs. They
Dude.
used CGI effects, right?
I didn't like Expendables.
Yeah, so
to me
that's-
it was too. I don't know, man. It was kind of like.
They phoned it in because
Yeah.
instead of hearkening back to classic 80s action and doing the practical effects that made those movies look so raw
Yeah.
and so cool, they phoned it in and just used the CGI as a crutch, right?
Yeah.
So and those are the things that I notice, what I find interesting about filmmaking. So I want to kind of do began making movies and show there's so much stuff that happens behind the scenes of, like, a movie. Like, to me, that's even more interesting than the movie itself sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
I found my love of that when, with Lord of the Rings. I think it was a major start because
There's so much love and work and craftsmanship
It's
and artistry went into
unreal.
that.
They plan for, well, like, just going out to all the locations to get the right locations for the shot. Building up the set. I mean, where Hobbits, and they built that a year before they actually filmed, just to let the vegetation to grow to look right. So it's remarkable the amount of planning and coordinating.
That's exactly what I find so interesting about it.
Yeah.
Because you know me.
Yeah.
I like to put all big things together, and then,
Maybe that's a good thing too, on top of going through, hey, this is me starting this now, and to progress to then and kind of see all the steps there.
right.
Maybe some to add in is just like, hey, we're going to just talk about this movie and how our show.
Yeah, there's plenty of other content we can do, because I could do, like, a book club where I actually, like, read a book.
Yeah.
And then we can talk about it. I really like audiobooks, by the way, so maybe I can practice, like, different voices and stuff, because the best narrators are really good at that, right?
Yeah.
Then there's there's all the kind of stuff that we can do, the Dungeons and Dragons with dads,
Yes,
Dungeons and Dragons with your
man.
daughters, because my boy
I am-
Chris here's got 3 beautiful daughters.
That's going to be hilarious, man.
We
They're
can-
so funny with
And then
that.
we can do, like, some action scenes and stuff with Trisha.
Yeah.
She's in shape, and she could do
Oh,
some
dude,
sort
she's
of
a
cool
beast.
cool
Yeah.
stuff, right? So there's all kinds of stuff that oh, and by the way, I moved back to Florida. I guess we kind of skipped over.
Oh, yeah.
I moved back to Florida, and
You know what? Yeah. Explain that. What was happening where you're at? I think everybody knows that you're in Seattle.
I was in Washington.
Yeah.
Yep. And
So what led all the way to deciding to come here to Florida?
well, the thing that was keeping me in Washington was my job.
Yeah.
Right? I love Washington State, like from a nature perspective. Like the place is so beautiful. You've got mountains, you've
Dude,
got
I love it
trees,
there.
you've got lakes, you can go over the mountains and there's desert. Like there's every kind of topographical, environment that you want to see in Washington State. It's
Dude,
there. It's beautiful,
and
beautiful
so
state.
much options. I mean, dude, the food there
Right,
is just. I love that you can just decide that I want to have, Korean one day in like old Southern
right.
style. I mean, like anything you want, and it's close by, and it is good.
Yeah, but what's that song? There's a song by Cody Jinks called "65 Days in L.A." That sums up how I feel about Seattle. Um, but uh, but the great thing is my company went 100% remote. So I was like, bye.
No, you know
I
what?
hopped in a car.
I think we were talking then,
Hmm.
and you told me I got it remote, and you're working remote, and I was like, dude, remember this? We're having a conversation,
Right,
and it's like, man, if I was in your shoes, being a bachelor and
right,
nothing holding me down, I would go travel the world and just there's like other countries where they have awesome internet, cost of living is a joke. Like
right.
you can live, man, what was it? There's like a place you can live. You can literally buy a damn castle and have made. You can live like a freaking king with like $600 a month.
Wow.
And then I was talking to you about that. And I think the next day you're like, "Hey, I'm coming to Florida."
Right.
I was like,
That's
"All right,
Yeah, that's funny because I moved here before like everybody. I moved here like a year and a half before everybody else did
yeah,
because
dude,
there's
you
been a
did it
huge influx.
right." Yeah, you were
I got
here.
here right before, and that's why I got such a good deal on my
Oh
rent
my
and stuff. And then the
God,
rent went up because
yes.
everybody moved here.
Yeah, because you came here in October,
Hmm.
and the COVID didn't really hit until what was it, February or March? But man, dang, really?
No, I came here after COVID.
No, you came here before.
Oh no,
You came here after COVID.
after COVID. Yep. I remember because I remember thinking, why are they shutting this place? What's going to happen to people's stuff? The
Oh, that's
economy
right.
falling apart. And
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
man, it just all mixed up, man. COVID
No, it's
just
okay.
made everything
It's been
crazy.
crazy. It's been crazy. But we're better now, I guess.
Florida is at least. I
Yes.
don't know about other
Yeah.
places.
Yeah. That's well. We're doing good here,
So you
it's
moved. You say you're just like, what was the thought on that? Like, what were you? What was the things going through your mind to make you decide coming to Florida?
it was mainly get back to my support network because I've always lived here
Yeah,
in the South, and like my folks are in Georgia, my brother's here in Florida, and I was up in Washington,
your best friends here.
and my best friends here, right? Uh, the plus, I was born and raised here in the South, and it's very different and ostracizing for a Southern gentleman to live in the Pacific Northwest. There's
Oh my God.
some culture clash there. Like, in fact, it was when I started trying to date again in
Oh
Washington, and I
my
was like,
God.
I'm going back to
That's
Georgia.
exactly
I'm
what.
going back to Georgia.
What was that? You're talking to this one lady, and you're like being a gentleman, and
Yeah,
she
yeah,
was like
yeah,
not
and
liking that.
she wanted me to talk dirty to her, like right out of the gate, off the bat.
Oh
That's
God.
exactly what she wanted, and she got mad at me that I wasn't doing that. I think it's because I came on a little too strong on the text messages,
Yeah.
right? And that's where her head was at, and
Uh,
because I,
we all don't know. I mean, when I did that for a little bit, I was like, been so out of it for so long. It's like,
my text game sucks. I know,
dude,
it's terrible.
dude, it's just not normal. Like, I'm not used to that. Been out of it for like 15 years, and then you get back and it's like, what the hell's all this?
And then yeah, and I don't. I Yeah. I'm happy where I'm at. I'm not in a relationship. I'm just doing my own thing. It's fine.
Yeah.
There's personal peace right now. So
How is it now that you've been here in Florida? Well, one, how you like it so far, and what is like the major differences you've seen from being in Seattle versus being here in Florida?
there's this thing called the sun, and it's in the sky
Yeah.
in here in Florida, and there's an absence of that in the Seattle area. So that's the biggest difference.
Yeah.
That's another thing too. Like the winters there were really really hard on me.
Oh my
Like
God.
I get so depressed with vitamin D deficiencies and
Well, dude, it's like before I went to visit in Seattle, I was looking up like about Seattle, and it says it's like rains over 50% of the time, and like there's always a perpetual overcast. It
right.
just never ends. So I mean, to see the sun is actually quite remarkable.
Yeah. I mean, for the spring's absolutely beautiful because you don't get a ton of cloud cover and everything's blooming and stuff like that. But after about middle of October, you just say goodbye to the sun, and
Yeah,
you're just not going to see it again until March, and that's
yeah.
just how it is, right? So, but being back here, being back in Florida, I heard. Remember John Swifty? You never met him. You never met him. The
No.
guy that I worked for
Yeah, I know you're
down in
talking about.
Orlando.
Yeah,
We were
yeah,
making the
yeah.
videos. And stuff. Apparently, one of my buddies, David. Hi, David. I'm finally making this video. um, one of my buddies let me know that John started making videos again. So, I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to go down there. We'll get the band back together one of these days.
Who's John?
John is the real name of Swifty. So Swifty,
Oh,
like
okay.
my real name's Justin, but everybody calls me Nexius.
Yeah.
So his name's Swifty.
Oh my God, that's kind of crazy. Know people more by their handles.
By my hand, by your handle than the thing. Yeah.
John, who the fuck's that?
Cool. All right. Well, I thank you for helping me record this video, man. I think it went well. I think we were able to just kind of tell people what's been going on and show them that I'm in a good spot. I will get the next video out soon, and maybe how about me and sit down and we'll write out a couple of things because we want to do
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons things. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that I can help. We can get Trish's pages and stuff up and running.
Yeah.
Right? And promote that and talk about developing that kind of business and all those other kinds of stuff. So
I think it would be good too, is everybody's listening, if you can, if you have any ideas or suggestions or things that you would like to see more of, say as Justin puts stuff out and you guys, it really resonates with you guys, please just message and see, if you guys like that.
Yeah.
And if you don't like something, let us know. So, to put out more content that you guys are interested in seeing.
I will read the comments. I want to, again, I just want to thank everybody that's still coming to this channel to check things out. Everybody that had sent me a kind message on YouTube or